Welcome back to another video. Today I will be installing hella super horns and a Verus Front Splitter on my ND2 Miata. As you can see, this whole carpety-like panel needs to come off to get in here to install the new horns. It looks like these are 8 millimeters. These will all need taken out. These will need, well, you can't see that from there, it's kind of dark. These will need popped out with the puller and a flathead screwdriver. And the big back ones back here are a 10 millimeter. You will need to take all that out. And these fender well liners out here. These liners right here look like they have to come out as well as this. Did not remove the right or left liner because those go all the way into the fender well. You can see the horn is here, one of the horns. Looks like a 10 millimeter. And let me see here, I thought I brought another. We'll see what the other size is here in a minute above the horn. Because you can see the 10 on the bottom of the horn there. And then there's a bolt above it to get that horn out. The other horn is in, these are all on the passenger side of the car. The other horn is over here. And it is the same thing to get that horn removed. Looks like a pull-out clip. These horns will now need grounding. At least one will need a grounding strap made. I will show you how to do that here in a few minutes. This is the hella horn kit I purchased from Miata. Not sure if I will like it red or need to paint the horn covers black. We'll update in a few minutes. As you can see, there's two horns just like the car had, and it looks like a they are red, like I said. I'm not sure if I will keep these red or not. So the horn underneath the passenger front of the fender does not have a ground. It looks like the factory one. Grounds on the body without a wire. This one I have made a wire with a 90-degree angle female connector and a circle eyelot connector, and I will be mounting it in the following position. I will be mounting it right there where the screw is out. Up there, I will show you once installed. This one is already installed with the factory mount and the factory 2 wires. I will be staying red for the time being. And this is what the horn sounds like. It's getting dark as it will be hard to see the red horns. For this install, you will need a Phillips screwdriver, a 10 millimeter wrench, a 10 millimeter socket, a ratchet, extensions, a 3 millimeter Allen, a 4 millimeter Allen, a 7 millimeter deep dish socket, a 8 millimeter deep dish socket. you should see a Y-shaped brace, metal brace going down. It will have a angle to it at the bottom that faces towards the rear of the car. This will bolt to the center of the crash beam with the smallest bolt supplied and a flat washer and a nut. Please take off the bottom cover. Their instructions tell you to bend it down. It is not plausible. Take off the bottom fabric cover. It makes life a lot easier. Next on the instructions is to reach your hand through the grille and put the bolts for this Y-shaped bar through to be able to tighten when your splitter comes in. As you can see, you cannot reach your hand through the grille. So this is what I've decided to do instead. I've put these bolts through by removing these edges of the panel clips here, reaching my arm through using an Allen wrench, a smaller bolt that's about a half an inch shorter, putting a washer on the top side, holding it with an Allen wrench, putting these big flat fender washers on, and 3 nuts on the bottom of this so that it holds it on instead of the plastic collars they call for, because you can't hold the plastic collars up. I have installed all of the bolts with the black plastic washer type barrel things. As you can see, 4 are big washers. They will, and then 2 will go in the bottom. As my car has a Spyder grille, and I had to do the bolts from the top side down with the 2 side panels removed, reaching in. Now I will show you the configuration of the rubbers. I followed the instructions, the plastic barrels, the taller barrels, like the 2 underneath here, are almost 15 or about 16-ish millimeters according to my caliper. So here this one here will go with the 40, so 2 big ones, 1 small one on both. The 4th bolt in is a longer bolt and gets this on both sides. The other ones get whatever combination can get you closest to 30 on these other 3 here. Then this one right here, you will see only gets 1 and 1. And then again 40. And then again the combinations that get you closest to 30. These back here, if you had this factory grill, you would have installed 20 millimeters worth of plastic barrels. You have to push these little black looking washer things that have like a star in the middle of them down. The easiest way to push them down is with a long, deep dish, I should say, 10 millimeter, and then an Allen wrench on the other side, and you kind of wobble it back and forth to get that little star thing on. Now, as you can see, everything is bolted in. The center ones is where the center 6 big washers go. To the back, I will have to trim the bolts off. But this is the final product.